Welcome to Behind the Curtain, the Year in Review 2017 show.
And the Look Ahead 2018 show.
Oh, that's excellent. We should write that in.
Don't
Okay,
forget
that's
that.
what we're going to do. Okay, 2017 and look ahead for 18. I'm writing notes
Here
down.
we are,
Here we
back
go.
again.
Here
Happy
we-
New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. We're a little late. We got canceled a few times.
Yeah, things were a little
postponed
rough
a few
there.
times. We're going to do a show at the end of December, and then Barbara forgot they were closed. And then we were going to do something early in January, and then there was a scheduling mix-up with some of the crew, and then there was a snowstorm.
Yeah.
So now here we are in the middle of
I
October.
mean, fourth
to do
time was
year-
the charm.
Oh, yeah. It's the middle of October, so we're already through half and three-quarters of 2018. But anyway, so we're here to talk about 2017
If you remember
in
it.
review,
Yeah.
and then we're going to talk about what we're doing in 18.
Correct.
And we have a special guest here today.
We
Heidi
do.
Hansen,
One of our favorites.
and one of our
yes.
favorite people who've done a lot of stuff in last year, and we're going to be doing a lot of stuff this year. So Heidi, thank you for coming aboard with us. Well, Heidi Cam's is working.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Heidi Cam.
Heidi Cam is working. Heidi Cam's
We can
rolling.
share both
Heidi Cam is rolling.
We'll do that.
Okay. All right, so we only have 28 minutes left to do.
Okay.
All right.
Let's talk
So-
faster.
No. I really want to enjoy this moment.
Our low-tech show.
Because-
Okay, I'm ready.
Listen, if you brought paper, I would have written it. You didn't. You came in those wonderful pants, but no paper.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
priorities, Joe.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Priorities.
So 2017, I think, was a fantastic year. Now, my first question to the two of you before we start talking about the things at ACT and we did at WACA is what, in 2017 when it started, what were your goals for ACT, your theater, your personal goals for community theater? What were some of the things that you wanted to accomplish in 17? And we'll talk about some of the things we did do and see if they hit.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
You want to go first?
Yeah, looking back on 2017, it seems like my goal must have been to not be very involved. Because
you
that's what
accomplished
ended
that.
up happening.
You accomplished
I
that.
mastered that goal, yes.
Wow, and
Yeah.
and that was
Yeah.
a sad goal for you to accomplish in my mind. But
Oh, well, thank you
Yeah,
for saying
it was
so.
a sad
absolutely.
goal. But
That's sweet. But
so
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I was very uninvolved. I was in the spring show,
Yeah, you were a jinglette.
sort of,
Yeah.
barely,
Well, you were
and
there.
then the fall show I ended up not even being in it. So yeah, that was my 2017.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Mm.
Well, 2017, I think I started off the year with a mission to help evolve the way that ACT communicates and to just help us kind of step it up a little bit. And I think that's what we did.
Yes, you did.
I think we did. So with just, I love the fact that we have our newsletter now. We have kind of a nice template for our communications. We did several in the wings
I
with
love
ACT
those. Yeah.
videos,
Yeah.
which
Yep.
I'm excited to bring back
Yep.
for 2018
Yep.
and such. And then we also upgraded to a different ticketing system as well.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
So those are things I was really interested in and passionate about, and then also kind of getting involved in different ways. And so I think I did this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, it was
and
very
that
exciting.
that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So my goals, which I wrote down here, starting in 17, was a few things. One, personally, I wanted to take a directorial position in one of the shows, and I did two. So it actually was very nice to be involved in that aspect because we've had other wonderful directors in the past that now because of the need, people stepped up. And you did some directing this year.
That's right.
That was great. And we had Julie Murphy do something in the spring as well. I wanted to write more, not just for the shows that we're doing, but write just in general. I've been writing a lot of different plays and scripts and stuff that I'm still honing. I haven't shared them with a lot of people, but I'm still working on them, and I like that, so I'm going to continue that. Two other things that I wanted to do in 17, and I thought we accomplished. One was collaborate more as a group, as opposed to, I think a lot of the shows we've done some of the shows we've done in the past was one or two people running it. I think the last couple of shows we had a lot more people engaged in that. I think that got a lot of positive feedback from the overall team. There's always got to be somebody making the final decision, but I think it was nice to have that collective collaboration. It started with the connection, and then it rolled into Gate 19. So, and then last but not least was, as much as we love being in the schools, I was looking for something different, and the VFW came into play. So I think starting 17 at a high level, I was hoping to get some of those stuff done, and I think we did a great job of that. And so that was 17.
It was a big year of change.
It was.
Wasn't it?
A lot of changes going on.
Evolving.
Yes, evolving.
Evolution of
Yes.
ACT.
So what did we do in 17?
I don't know, I
As our
wasn't there.
shows. Come on. You were doing all of the Whacker shows with us.
I
too,
did.
but-
I don't think I did all of them, but I was here for most of those. Yeah.
So in
Yeah.
17 we did a
So-
spring show.
We did the spring show, 2 Acts of Murder, and I did host the behind the curtain for that show.
Yep, you did. But that show was a two acts of different types of murder mystery. So it was a little bit different than what we've done in the past, where we did some comedies and we mostly did comedies. This is the first show that we did that was probably not
As comedic.
as comedic,
Yeah.
being murder-esque. Well, the 39 Steps could have been funny if one looked at it that way, but it was like a mystery kind of a radio show.
It was a lighthearted
It was a
mystery,
lighthearted
yeah.
mystery.
Definitely lighthearted.
Yeah.
There was some humor. Remember
Oh,
Carol
yeah,
dancing
Carol
around?
dancing,
I know.
Bianca's looks there. So
Yeah.
I think, unfortunately, we can't show any of the clips of 39 Steps because
Correct.
we're not allowed to videotape. We couldn't even videotape it, but we did do the connection, and that was one of the first ones that we've done that was pure, a mystery, like kind of a whodunit, who was the mean guy of the show. So that was kind of fun to do.
It was.
It
And that's a show that evolved over the course of that season.
Yeah.
There were a lot of changes made in that script. That was kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, and I was like, I think we're going over scripts later for what we're doing in 18, and I'm telling you, what it looks like tonight, it may not be anywhere near what it's going to be when we finally put it up on stage. Because even going into some of the shows that we did in the fall,
Yeah, they changed.
dramatically.
They did.
But
They did.
that was great. I love that. I love that spring show. So what did we do in Wacka for the year? I mean, we had some shows that we did coming back. What do we?
So we took a little look back at the fall show from 2016,
Ooh, which was what? Dinner
which
Conversations?
was Dinner Conversations. So we had some cast members on from some of the scenes in that show. Towards
Well, we
the
had your
beginning of
show,
20
Soup to Nuts.
Soup to Nuts.
Soup to Nuts, where we
And we
had-
did, what else did we do in 2017?
Yeah, I think you
Must
have-
be
Yeah,
on
no,
your
I think we did
high-tech
from
list.
Dinner Conversations, we had 6 Ways
Yep.
was one
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
scenes
Yep.
there. Huddle Up,
Huddle
Yep.
Up,
right?
yes.
And then Lunch on the Run
Yes.
was there as well.
Yeah, so that was fun to see.
Yeah.
It was great having the cast come back together on
Yeah,
that and see
that's
them
always
back.
fun.
And we haven't seen them in a while, and we kind of spread that around. So we're going to try to do the same for Gate 19 and 18.
Cool.
But we also did, we had the cast of The Connection come back, which was one of
Mm-hmm.
the shows that I think Barbara's actually nominating that show
Oh, that's
for
great.
a Hometown Media show.
Nice.
We had an improv show that we did that was actually very good, and I thought that was just fantastic. I think I loved that. And then the last one we did was, I remember, National Media Day. Barbara invited me to come down, and of course, me, I take over. We hosted it, and I hosted a show, a Family Feud show. I don't know if you guys got to see it on there. It was the Rose family,
Oh,
Claudia,
yeah.
and Ed, and it wasn't Allison, it was her sister Michelle,
Yeah.
against the other family. I can't remember their names, but they were fantastic. They were the sisters of the cooking show that they do here
Oh,
in
okay.
there, and it was a fantastic show to do. So we did I mocked up Family Feud questions and got the answers out there, and everybody was winners. So they got free tickets to see our show in Gate 19.
Fun.
Oh,
So that was
nice.
great. So
Good prize.
yeah, so that's what we did in for Wacka.
Cool.
What did we do in the fall? Do you remember?
No.
No.
Again, I wasn't there,
Got
so
nothing for us. Fall show, we did something in the theater.
Something about flying.
Did we fly in?
Flying, taking off.
Taking off.
from
Is
the
that it?
gate, we take
Yeah.
off from
What
the
number
gate.
was it? My favorite number in the world, 19.
19, Gate 19. That's right.
No, that was a great show.
It was great. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Really, really funny. And I think it was one of, you alluded to this earlier, but highly collaborative. A lot of new things in the show, too, because that's where we stepped into the VFW. And so it's scenes about the goings-on at an airport. Very funny scenes.
And even though you said you weren't involved, you also wrote a scene for that.
I
You
did.
did.
Yeah.
That's right.
did.
So even though you weren't physically on the stage or behind the stage, you were actually participating in that capacity, which is one of the great things about it, because life sometimes interferes with us, right? and sometimes we can't be involved in every single show and episode and everything, so people step up and do other things. But you can be involved, anybody can be involved, even in the tiniest capacities, but you think it's tiny, but we need so many different people to help out
Absolutely.
what we've done.
Yeah, we had a couple of writers that actually just that brought the script
Yep.
to us, and we used the script, but they weren't involved in any other way. But then
Yeah.
there were lots of other people that stepped up and helped out. I mean, moving into the VFW
Ugh.
required a lot of effort and thinking differently about how we prepare our space
Yeah.
and stage. And you know, there were some late nights of figuring out how we were going to do a few
Figure
things.
yeah.
But everybody stepped up. It was great. So it was
And
nice.
there was a lot of people that helped build that stage, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was literally an 8-hour window where we had people coming in at varying times. You know, Rich obviously, and Rachel, and Tim and Morrow. And I got some actually video, which hopefully we're playing right now. You get to see some of the clips of people building what we eventually doing, and then I got some clips about what it finally looked like.
Yeah, even that, you know, us building the set, but there were people with the VFW that had to go in and clear some stuff out for us as
Yep.
well. So
Yeah.
it was, you know, really a nice collaboration.
Yeah, and we had to gut out the back of the stage there because the back of the stage,
Yeah.
as you talked about, was not exactly ideal for movement. I think the mice could move behind there, but if there were mice, I'm not
I
saying it's mice, but they did have mice.
I
that's
did
where
not
they
see
were-
any
I didn't see any
mice.
I didn't see any mice. Did you see a mouse?
Not
What did you
at
say
all.
mice for? I think she said that she saw a mouse. I'm going to write
Hey,
that down.
we had a book called "Did You See a Mouse?" When my kids were little, they loved that book.
Oh,
Really?
And it was all about a mouse in a hotel.
Was it about a hotel?
Yeah.
Well, sure. Was it
I'll
in
have
the
to
back of a
find it.
theater?
It was not in the back of a theater.
Okay.
Definitely not in the back of a theater where there's a restaurant.
Yeah, that's true. There was but I tell you, the one thing I think about going to when we did Gate 19 in that venue, that I think we found out to be the positive feedback was people like to go to a place where they can sit down and grab a adult
drink,
beverage
yeah.
adult beverage.
and talk. And I did find the more that those people drank, the funnier I got.
You know,
Amazing.
you suspected. You had suspected that's the way it
Every
would
single
be,
time,
Joe.
the more they drank, I was the funnier guy on the stage. It really worked
It's
out.
a win-win.
The popcorn was great too.
Yeah, yeah. Except the one, actually, I did get some people saying that they gave them in paper bags.
Yeah.
So there were certain actors, I won't mention their name, Arnie Bollinger. It was like, I couldn't hear because they were crinkling their, that's what we call focus. Arnie, focus your attention. The crumpling bag shouldn't be there because there's going to be some kid in the corner going, "Here's mommy."
No,
That
no,
never
I don't know.
happens.
No, that never
There's
happened.
mommy on stage. What you doing? He's like,
It's always going to be something.
Yeah.
and then you got always some distraction.
Doors slamming.
And a professional like you would know that you would not be disrupted by.
I wasn't distracted
Crumbling
at all
pop.
because I was nowhere near
Yeah, we know.
theater.
We know. Not even, even the snow. And we had people coming in snowstorms.
That's what was great. That was a great night. A very decent house. You know,
Yep.
number of people. And I just think about how many more we would have had we not had all that snow.
Yeah.
All that snow.
But fun stuff.
Yeah, it was great.
So I look back in 17,
Mm-hmm.
and while you weren't part of every single thing we've done, we did a lot of shows together this year. I'm hoping that in 18, when we start talking about that you're back strong again. I think we will be.
I
when
hope
we
the
get to
same.
the
When
same
we'll
thing.
see.
We
We
hope
will have
when
to
we start talking about 17, I'm relying heavily upon you on the first show that we're doing. But a lot was done. I think 17 was a big year of change. I think it was one of the biggest changes. Communication, tickets, venues, different writers, different directors, different actors coming on board. We're getting more and more, but we still need more people to help. And if you're interested in being with these wonderful, fun people that we are having a great time,
Yeah, it's a great time.
contact us at ashlandcommunitytheater@gmail.com and tell us you're interested. Or follow us on Facebook and see the In the Wing shows.
Or Instagram.
Yes, we have an Instagram account. Yeah. Yes, we do. And 2 followers.
We've
Well,
more
no,
than
my
2.
wife
No,
backed out.
no,
It's
no.
1 follower. We have 1 follower now. Be the second. Be the second one, and have your friend be the third, and so on and so forth. So, all right. So, any other things you want to talk about for 17?
I just give it 2 thumbs up.
I do. And then we went to Minnesota.
We
We
did.
did to collect an
That was in
award
2017.
for the best
Wow.
original comedy series for therapy sessions.
That's right.
And
For
that
the
was-
film version of Therapy Session.
And then, because of that trip, it spurred on the theme that we were going for the fall was Gate 19, and that came up. The whole trip to Mindianapolis.
Mindianapolis. That was an
That was
actual
an actual
experience
experience,
that
yeah.
Joe and I
Yeah,
had.
there were, although we didn't have any pigeons die, but there was a
There were no
lot going on
pigeons in our
together, but
particular.
still.
No, but the Mindianapolis,
The Mindianapolis trip.
was straight
Yes,
from
yeah.
reality.
And the beet
Wolfgang
salad.
Olive's
And the beet salad.
Beet
Yeah.
salad.
Yeah.
Although no one stole my bag, although that did get a lot
Yes,
of laughs.
it did.
It did.
It did.
Well, Heidi pushed for that. So anyway,
Heidi knows funny.
anyway,
No, that's a joke.
inside joke. So, okay. It could have been our apple, but it didn't go that way. It went well. Okay. So 17 is in the books. What's ahead for 18?
More stuff.
What do we have for 18 in the spring?
Well, coming up in the spring, we are going to do another show of a collection written by Ashlandites. And we're actually doing something, we're kind of doing the reverse of what we did with Therapy Sessions.
Yes.
We're taking a mini-series that we produced here at WACA, and we are turning it into a stage show.
Yes, we are.
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
And what's the name of the show?
Well, it was going to be called, the film version was The Interns,
The
but
Interns, yeah.
we're not calling it that
Right.
on
You
the
wanted
stage.
to do local news, and I came up with that Nearly News title.
You're nearly correct. Yeah, so the
I'm
spring
glad you got your
show,
sense of humor back.
the spring show will be called Nearly News,
That's an excellent
and
title.
it will be based on some of the characters from The Interns. And we are currently in the process of writing the scenes, and then we will be casting, and I'm sure there will be collaborations galore, and things will change, and who knows what we'll end up with on the stage.
But when is the show?
In April.
What are the dates?
You know the dates. You're the
19th,
dates
20th,
guy.
and 21st?
Those are the dates.
I know it's
That's
during
right.
school break, but those are the best dates that we can get. Because
Those are great dates for
dates.
me. Yeah.
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 And one of the things I think you're going to love is that we're going to be rehearsing in the place that we're going to actually
Yes,
put on the show.
that will be
That's
magnificent.
great.
It's going to be, it's fantastic. So,
Plus, it's like right around the corner from my house.
yes. You
So
can even walk there when it's
I
raining.
can.
So Nearly News.
Nearly News.
Nearly News.
Nearly
Evelyn
News.
Wagner, Tim Hultquist,
Yeah.
Mal Allendale, Stanley Fields are all coming back, and they're
Yes,
coming back
indeed.
on stage live. We don't know who's going to
Correct.
play them.
No, could
You
be
don't?
anybody. Could be you.
Could be anybody. Yes. Well, not you. Maybe that one.
Well, I mean, we've got several
What about
parts.
over
One-
I
there?
think that. Ooh, I think that could be Mal Allendale. That'd be perfect. Who's going to play Susan Pike?
Good question.
Somebody
know.
who played Susan Pike in the show is going to be flying around the globe somewhere in her vacation. We won't
Well, then
mention
we'll
who
have
it
to
is.
find someone
We'll have
else,
to
I
find a new
guess.
Susan Pike, I guess. But anyway, but
So
that's going to be
that's
fun.
the spring show. Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
I think it will be a lot of fun.
And that's in April
That is in April.
at the VFW.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, and then were you already thinking of your marketing? We're already gotten some things out.
Yeah, we got a few things
Some-
out.
The logos.
Right, the logos, kind of the sign
And
design.
we'll
hi.
send Todd and can you send Todd maybe some of the logos we could put up?
Oh, yeah.
It'll be right underneath us.
Let's do
when
it.
We're doing that as
We'll
we're
do
talking
it.
about Nearly News,
Nearly News.
the title that Katy came up with. Nearly News, right here, right there.
Right there.
Yeah,
Right
exactly.
here, right there.
That's what we're doing in the
The spring.
spring. Yeah.
But that's not our only plan for
It's not?
2018.
No,
No.
no,
No,
We have
what
another-
are we doing
Another
in the fall?
wonderful, exciting plan.
Well, you know, just like 2017 was a big year of new things
Yep.
for ACT, I think that the fall is a really big new thing for ACT
Huge.
as well.
And that's going to be
Huge.
our 10th show, because Nearly
10th
News
show.
will be 9th show.
Ooh, that's
Right.
perfect. Nearly News is the 9th.
9th. Nearly News
Oh.
is the 9th. There's an alliteration there.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. So
Okay.
the fall is a musical, right?
And not just any musical.
Not just any
Not just
musical,
any-
but
No.
the musical of musicals, the
For the
Rocky
fall, yeah.
Horror Show.
Ah!
That's one of my favorites.
I know, right? So yeah, the Rocky Horror Show, and you know we've never done a musical before.
not, but
We've
that doesn't-
we've had a little music and singing in a few scenes. So it represents a challenge for us. We need, you know, if you want to get involved, we're looking for people that can Sing, dance, act.
would be good.
Act.
Play
We
music.
need play music.
We need musicians, yeah.
Musicians,
we need all
musical
kinds of-
director. You know, all of those roles that are roles that we need. Choreography, directing,
Costumes.
costumes. I mean, what a great fun show to costume. So lots of really exciting opportunities there. Lots
And
of them.
Lots of things that some of us have no idea how to do.
That's good.
So
That's right.
we
That's-
need new blood.
how
We
we
need
grow.
people. That's
need
right.
people
This
to
is
help
the
us grow.
evolution
Yes.
of ACT.
You know, I've had people reach out to me on Facebook about, oh, would you ever do a musical? And, you know, I said, well, we don't have anything planned. Well, this is it.
This is it.
This
Come on
is
out of the woodwork,
it.
people.
So the show's in October, appropriately timed around Halloween, October 27, 28, and 29. And we're going to do 2 weekends.
Another big shift for us. a new
big shift.
thing.
So we'll also, not only October 27, 28, and 29.
We'll change that. We'll put new dates then. It's the 25th, 26th, and 27th
Oh,
of
right.
October.
That's right. Those are the right dates.
It's
And
the
then
one
it's
leading up. Then we are
it's
going to do
November 2nd and 3rd.
Wow, you're good.
I only got them wrong a little bit.
That's okay because what we're going to do, we're going to have the correct dates.
Well, she can say the
Can you
correct
just
dates
say the right
again.
dates
They
and
can
we'll
just
just-
cut
we'll
the
just
part
cut
where
that
she
right
said the
on
wrong
Yeah,
dates.
that sounds great.
That's good. October.
So appropriately timed in October 25th, 26th, and 27th.
Yes.
Right around Halloween, so that weekend before Halloween when
Yep.
everyone's out celebrating. You can also come in and see the Rocky Horror Show. So 2 weekends actually. So that's the first weekend. So the second weekend is new for us as well.
Yep.
And so we'll also do it on the November 2nd and 3rd.
First and second.
And there's
second, third.
rumor. Can I share a rumor?
Well, we can do that. Yeah.
A rumor.
Go right ahead.
There's a possibility
Yep.
that some people are talking
Yep,
about
yeah.
maybe an extra special midnight show
on the
27th, the Saturday before Halloween.
I mean, it is the Rocky Horror Show.
It is.
Hello.
We got to do
But
that.
it's a rumor. It's a
Yeah.
rumor.
Yes, yet
It's
to
a
be
rumor,
confirmed.
not confirmed.
Highly
Yet to
likely.
be
All we have to
confirmed.
do, we have the approval from the show, the licensing, but we need the approval from town to perform past 11.
Yes.
And we need the approval from the actors that they're willing to stay up and do a midnight show
Well, I don't think that's going to be a problem.
in the VFW.
Yeah. But anyway.
You know, this is the town
so
we
we're
roll
to-
up our sidewalks at about 8 o'clock. So you know.
Wow! Ouch. We're going to add that to Nearly News. don't we? Sidewalks rolling up at 7.
That's not
Can't get the
exactly news.
plow.
but-
That's right. It's Nearly News.
It's nearly
Nearly News.
But I am excited about all of this.
I know, I am too. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a year.
We're breaking out. I have, when I started to tell people what we were doing at the cast party of the last show, a lot of people either came up to me and said, that is so exciting, I can't wait. And you got people, you're never going to be able to do this. You're never going to make
Oh,
this.
that's
you
perfect.
don't know.
Say
I said,
that to Joe,
that's what
and
you
he's
need
off
to
and
tell
running.
me.
That's right.
And I said, I need that motivation.
Yeah.
Both sides. I need to tell me, yeah, I'm excited. You're never going to be able to pull this off. Love that combination.
So come help pull us off.
Yes.
Pull it off.
Yes.
Pull us off.
Yeah.
Pull it off with
Okay.
us.
I'm going to let that one go. But right around the Halloween
Blooper
thing,
reel.
we're going to go. We're going to have Rocky Horror Show, 25th, 26th, 27th, November 2nd, 3rd, and a possible midnight show. But I'm very excited about it. Like you said, we're going to start recruiting people now.
Yes. 'cause
So
it's going to be a lot of
I
recruiting.
know it's January, and we're talking about October. Like we got so much time, we don't.
It'll be here like this,
It's
more like that.
baby. Yeah, we got.
Well,
that.
you're going to have to kick off rehearsals a lot.
Oh,
We have to
yes,
go
a lot
for
sooner
rehearsals.
than
A lot
normal.
We got to start getting the music. I got to get all the scripts and the music. Everything's coming in the mail.
Yeah,
We bought
yeah.
it's a very expensive show to rent. So we're hoping to have, because we're having the 5 and potentially 6 nights, that we're going to get back. So our great sponsors, which we'll segue into in a second, we're going to keep the ticket prices the same price. We're not going to go any higher than the $15 because I feel that we're a community and I'm trying to get the community to help support us around the town with the wonderful sponsors you're going to talk about. But the pricing is going to stay the same. But I think we're going to expand our shows. So we're trying to get more people around. So, come see it a couple of times. That'll be great.
Oh, it'll be worth seeing
It'll
more
be
than
worth seeing
once.
more than once.
Definitely.
And I'm very excited about it. So I'm looking forward to working with everybody here and new people and putting it all together.
Great.
Excellent. So 2 quick things I want to talk about is our wonderful sponsors that are going to help us back in 18. But can
Absolutely.
you talk about some of our superstar sponsors that helped us so far this year and will continue in 18?
Let's
so
do
who
it.
are our major sponsors that have been very supportive of us?
All right, well, we have some sponsors who have been here from the beginning and have never wavered in their support of ACT, including Stone's Public House,
Cobblestone Landscaping,
Rose Automotive,
Honto,
Middlesex Savings Bank,
Marconi's Company,
WACA TV,
Nick's Pizza,
and the Family Pet Hospital.
and we can't forget Wait.
No.
Oh,
Wait.
we're all in this together.
We
Yes,
are
we are.
all
Cannot
in this
forget them.
together.
Nadine.
Yes.
Nadine Nesbitt, that's fantastic. And there are other sponsors that are coming on board, and we have a lot of people who contribute, and we'll have a scroll of some of those sponsors coming up. We'll get that list to everybody, but please frequent these people because they're really helping us out, and the more you help them, helps us.
And not just us, they help a lot of people in the community.
Oh my goodness,
They're so
fantastic.
supportive
They're
of
very
other
supportive, so-
businesses and
And I love the fact that that's
groups.
a great connection.
Yeah,
It really
Great
is.
connection.
It is.
Really is.
I do have 2 trick questions for you.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we love trick questions.
So we
it
have a lot
on.
going on in 18.
We do.
So I'm going to ask each of you the question I asked you about 17. What do you want to accomplish in 18 for yourselves in 18? What
Within ACT.
Within ACT, yeah.
Ooh, I know.
Go ahead.
I want to be involved.
Ooh,
More
You-
involved
you
than
said
I
your
was
goal-
in 2017.
that would be a great goal.
Yeah.
I think.
And a pretty easy one to fulfill,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So there's 2.
2.
One, I would like to help continue to grow kind of the connections that we have in the community through the marketing and such. But then also, I would love to be in a musical.
Wow. Oddly enough, we're doing one this.
I
That
know.
is such a wonderful
Yeah.
coincidence.
So my goal for 2018 is to not be in any of the shows. Is
good
to
luck with
basically
that.
is to basically not have to bail somebody out when they say I can't make it at the last minute. Can you be in this? Okay, I'll do it. But my goal and objective is to direct the first one and produce the second one and get involved in as much of that and learn as much as possible without having to worry about I got to be on stage 2. So as nice as it is, if there's a cameo or a walk-on, that's one thing, but not to learn the lines. So to me, I really, really want to focus on the directing of the first one and the second one to be focused on the producer. Last question, and this is personally for me that I need an answer from the 2 of you.
okay.
So we have 1 minute 30 seconds left.
Oh my
so you have
gosh.
45 seconds to answer this, and you have 45 seconds there. So pick a number from 1 to 10, and I'll figure out who goes first.
7. 3.
Okay, you go first. Okay. How difficult / challenging / rewarding is it to work with me? Okay, 30 seconds of laughter, 15 seconds of answer. But go
Well,
ahead.
no, Joe, I think that one, you
Difficult,
definitely.
challenging, rewarding.
Okay, difficult, challenging. I'm going to start with rewarding. Okay, so rewarding is, I think you give people a lot of opportunity to do things that and can give them the freedom to do that. Right. So that's what I'd say. Rewarding, challenging. I think we get all passionate. We get pretty passionate sometimes, and sometimes passions are passionate.
He's so nice. It's amazing.
You know, and difficult.
Well, it could be. I brought how
I don't know.
difficult.
Yeah,
you
no,
don't-
I
you
think
don't-
that.
you
No,
don't
I
have to-
think that's it. I think you are highly passionate, and I think that
It could come across.
it could come across not as highly, in the way that you might want.
Yeah,
That's my open and honest.
that's what I wanted because part of my 18 goal is to try to figure out how to be better at these things. Go ahead.
Okay, so in my experience, it's difficult working with you because nobody on this planet can keep up with you. And you will state an idea, and I'll be like, oh, I like that idea. Let me go work on that. And then I turn around, and you're done already. Like, you've already taken the idea and, like, completely, filled it out. And I'm like, oh, okay. But really, it's okay because you have this amazing ability to get a ton done in a quick amount of time. And I tend to need a lot of time, and then I have all these other things in my life that keep me away from. So that's challenging to me. However, I find it very rewarding to work with you because, as Heidi said, you're really willing to let people try whatever they want to try, and you are generally very positive about people's efforts, even if you don't love the outcome. And you're a lot of fun to be around most of the time, as long as there's no apples, things like that. And I have to say, I feel that on a professional level, you bring me to heights that I would not reach if it weren't for your energy and your attention to things. I think that you get the best out of people. And so that to me is pretty special.
Thank you.
None of this would happen without you, because you do the lion's share of the work.
Well, the reason I asked the
yeah.
question is because I want to improve myself, as we all try to do. So for
And we're out of
2018,
time, but-
we are out of time, but that's okay. We're going to go 31 minutes. Who cares? But we can cut out the parts that when we had the mistakes on the dates. I won't mention who made the mistakes, but we can just cut that part out. But working with the both of you has just been fantastic over the last 5 years. I can't believe we're going in our 5th year of our ACT, doing
Wow.
shows 9 and 10. And the fact that, while you say that I'm one of the constants here, but you're driving me as well, because I think working with you is great, because you guys, I can bounce things off of the both of you. You can be honest with me, and I hope you feel that way. You can tell me how you feel about things, and I'll listen and I'll talk. And I think that's what thing we love about what we're doing here. It's not just one person running everything. Well, there's an organizational piece, but there is a collaborative piece where everyone contributes in many different ways. And that's what I feel as rewarding as it is to put on the show, is the people that we've come across and worked with and have met across this whole 5 years, and I envision more of that. But I'll get better at the difficult, challenging parts, but I don't know if I can lose my passion parts. And as a Sagittarian, knowing I don't sleep, that probably gives me an edge
That helps.
on
yeah.
the other things.
Some of us
But,
need sleep.
I am excited about 18. I'm excited about working with the both of you in all the capacities that we're doing. And everybody that's out there who wants to be part of this, reach out to us, because it really is becoming a really nice family. And as families go, we get along 95% of the time. And that other 5% of the time,
You can go home to your real
just go
family
home to your real
then.
family and vent about how bad Joe was today, and how passionate he was, and how challenging he was, all that stuff. But it is fun. And I think
is
that's
fun.
what we're here for. We're having a great time.
Yeah, I think
What's the
And
point? If it's not
we're
fun, don't
enjoying
do it.
Exactly.
Exactly. So thank you so much for coming on the shows tonight, Heidi, and thanks for hosting again, having you back in
No,
the
thanks.
chair.
My pleasure.
Looking forward to more shows this year. We'll talk more about some of the things we're talking about in WACA, but those 2 shows coming up, what was the name you created?
Nearly News.
April 19th, 20th, and 21st, and
The Rocky Horror Show.
in October 25th, 26th, 27th, potentially a midnight show, and then November 1st and 2nd. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.